Hi everyone, and welcome to Kinder Chat. I'm Christina from Sweet for Kindergarten, and this week I am sharing all about my phonics lesson. So phonics does not need to be overcomplicated. It can be simple, but it can still be engaging. And by creating a phonics routine inside of your daily phonics lesson, it will make your life so much easier when planning your phonics lessons out. So I'm just gonna run through a sample phonics lesson with you guys. This one is a digraph lesson. So something that if you're teaching kindergarten, it might be towards the end of the year. If you're teaching first grade, it might be at the beginning of the year. So the first thing that I always do is I start with our daily phonemic awareness warm-up. And this is for the entire week. So I would just go to Monday and I would just go through the flashcards that I need to practice with my students, and then these 3 phonemic awareness skills for the week. So this part takes about 5 minutes to complete, and it will really set your students up for success. So after we finish the phonemic awareness warm-up, which if you want to learn more about how I incorporate those in the classrooms, I do have a blog post linked below. So after we do that, I go right into our lesson. So the objective for this day is we will identify words with the th sound. We will read words with the th sound. It has the standards right here, so I always make sure that it's aligned with the Common Core standards. And then we did the phonemic awareness portion of it. So for the introduction, I like to get my students up and moving around. So we usually play a song, and I have a whole YouTube channel. You can find any different phonics skill that you need. You can find a song that goes along with it. So in this lesson plan, I have Let's Learn About the Digraph TH by Jack Hartman. That's like one of my go-to phonics songs. So I will play the phonics song, and this is the time that my students, they'll watch it on the big screen. They might point out words, they might sing along, they might just sit and watch. No matter what, they're getting that auditory learning in. So after we do that, I ask them, okay, like what are we going to be learning about today? And they'll tell me the digraph TH. So this lesson is actually a few lessons after I introduce the digraphs, so they already kind of have a little bit of an understanding about it. So after we play the song and I tell them what we're learning about today, this is when we do the whole group lesson activity. I use the I do, we do, you do model, like in most subject areas, to model whatever we're learning about today. So with this particular lesson, they are practicing blending words with the digraph TH. So this one uses the game I have, who has. But first, I always make sure that we do a couple little blending lines. I might write a couple words down, we might practice it together. Just a quick little introduction, like this is what we're practicing, and then we do the activity. So I'll pass out the cards for the I have, who has, and they will stand up, read their word. Sometimes we'll play hot potato, sometimes we'll play freeze dance, sometimes it will be a picture sort. It just depends on what we're doing. I do have a blog post linked below that has more lesson activities that you can choose from. So make sure to go check that out. But lesson activity takes, again, about 5 minutes. So right now we're about at 12 minutes. 5 minutes for phonemic awareness, 2 minutes for the song, 5 minutes for the whole group lesson, and then we close it out. So I always make sure that I have a challenge. So something maybe that students who are already reading and spelling words with digraphs, this would just be a challenge to kind of help them think a little bit higher. And then I also have a remedial where I help meet the students who might be struggling with phonics at a little lower level. So I make sure that I kind of have a way to differentiate it for all my students. And then after that, we break up into centers. So with centers, I always have a hands-on type of activity. For example, this one, they could either do puzzles, clip card wheels, or roll and read. And I also have independent practice. So it would just be a worksheet that they would work on. So for example, a mini book where they're practicing writing words with the TH sound. They might color by digraphs, so just like a worksheet where they're coloring by the different sounds, or read and draw digraphs where they're looking at the word and they are drawing a picture that matches the word. So this is just what a sample phonics lesson looks like. They do these independent and center activities inside of centers, but you don't have to have it. If you don't have centers, you can just have them do it at the end. So about 10 to 15 minutes, you've got your phonics lesson. You are done for the day. That's all they need. So you can find this lesson in Unit 6 of the kindergarten phonics curriculum. It's linked below. You can find lessons for the entire year that are already all pre-made just like this in the kindergarten or first grade phonics curriculum. So I have a blog post with more information, and you can also find the resources in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. All of the links are below. Let me know what you think about this simple yet engaging phonics lesson. I will see you guys next week.